You guys have probably seen these in several videos on YouTube. The eye zoom effect is a really cool and unique way to transition to your next clip. Today I'll be showing you guys how to do this really cool effect on Final Cut Pro X. So when you're shooting this, you'll want to get as close in as possible to your subject's eye. I also suggest having your camera on a tripod when shooting this, just to keep it steady. I know most of you probably won't have a macro lens to do this, and I don't either. They're quite pricey. So how do we achieve this look without a macro lens? Easy. My good buddy Daniel Schiffer, an awesome YouTuber from the Toronto area, posted a video about an extension tube adapter that you can get on Amazon for really cheap. Basically, it is an adapter that turns any lens into a macro lens. For under $30, this is a must-have in your kit. Another tip is to shoot your footage in 4K if you have that option, so that when you edit your clip afterwards, you'll be able to zoom in even more without losing any quality. First thing you need to do is find a clip you want to transition to. Once you have that picked out, place it on the timeline. Then look for your clip with a close-up shot of your subject's eye and place that on top of the other clip. I'm going to slow down the eye clip just a little bit to make the transition slightly easier. Shorten and resize the clips if needed. Now type in Shape Mask under the Effects tab and place that on your eye clip. Change curvature to 100%, click on Invert Mask, and then change View to Original. Since this one is slightly hard for me to see, I'm going to apply color correction to the eye clip and change the exposure temporarily, just so that I can see the iris a little bit better. Now highlight Shape Mask again and resize the mask to fit the iris of the eye. Zoom in if you need to. Also, add just a bit of feathering as well. Next, right click on Transforms and add a keyframe. Now press the right arrow key on your keyboard to move to the next frame. Adjust the shape mask so that it is aligned with the iris in each frame. Do this until you get to the end of the clip. Now go back to the Effects tab and change View to Composite. And change opacity to about 1 to 10%, depending on how bright your clip is. You can also delete the color correction you added in earlier. It might look a little bit weird now, but it'll all look good in the end after we tweak some more settings. Now look for the Draw Mask tool and drop it on the bottom clip. Place the keyframes just around the eye line, and then click on Invert Mask. Also add keyframes to transforms and control points. You're then going to follow the movement of the eyelid by pressing the right arrow on your keyboard and adjusting the masking along with the movement. Let's start to zoom in as soon as the eye starts to open. You can do this by highlighting the first clip and adding a keyframe to scale all at the point where you want the transition to begin. Move about 10 to 15 frames to the right, and then change the scale size until the iris has fully zoomed in and is not visible anymore. Locate the blade tool and split the bottom clip where the zoom starts to happen. Then delete the Draw Mask tool for the last half of the clip. The last thing you need to do is change the opacity. Find a point on the top clip where you want the change to start. Add a keyframe to fill opacity, move over 5 to 10 frames to the right, and then change opacity to 100. You can also add some speed ramping to your bottom clip to enhance the transition, or even a glitch effect at the beginning of the clip. Just play around with it and see what you can come up with.